FknBucky here. Getting into some podcast land. Got Hayden to my left. I want to just go ahead and apologize right up front for everything that he's going to say. Say hi, Hayden.
What's up?
See? You feel that? Stupidity? Zero enthusiasm. What's up? Doesn't even sound happy to be here. Are you happy to be here, Hayden?
No, I am. I am happy to be here. I'm just taking it easy on you because you hurt your hand. But you made that, what's it called? A splint?
Of course, yeah.
A homemade splint? That was pretty impressive with 2 pieces of tape and a piece of wood.
Well, you get enough pain, you'd be surprised what you can figure out. I can literally still black your eye. No problems. We can trade punches. I'll do it on camera. You hit me, and then I get to hit you.
Fight night.
I'm in.
So your hand's feeling better, though?
It does. Yeah, it was rough, man. Hurt. A lot, actually. I don't know. My sister-in-law thinks maybe I have gout. So I've been reading about gout last day or so. Sucks. I do have arthritis in my hands. And it's painful. Very painful.
God damn.
I didn't know gout was that painful. I didn't really know what the fuck it was, but man, it hurts.
So are your fingers screwed, or is it like
I don't know. I think it's I got to change my diet and take some different vitamins, is what the online thing said. So
no more ice cream?
no, ice cream's good.
Oh, that's good.
I'll kill myself if I can't have ice cream. Fuck it, dude. Just jump right off a fucking cliff. It's over. I've already cut out all smoking. I've cut out alcohol. Not caffeine all the way, but I have cut back on the caffeine. And take away ice cream.
Yeah, dude, that'd be rough.
Fuck it, dude. Life isn't worth it. Too hard. But it does suck, man. But it also brings up a point. Like, you know, I go a lot of places, and people are like, "Oh, you're so positive. Oh, you're an inspiration." And those people are fucking stupid. So, I'm not an inspiration. And I don't even really know if I'm all that positive, to be honest. But what it is that I choose how I'm going to be in the world, right? Like, the world doesn't dictate my mood. I dictate it. And it's not an accident that I show up with a smile on my face, you know? Like, yesterday, my finger hurt so much, I couldn't even get dressed. It was brutal. It literally felt like my finger was broken all day. It sucked. But I wasn't going to let that ruin everything else about the day. Because why? You know, we still did a great podcast last night. Got some great recording. And that's just the way it is. You know?
Yeah.
It's not like when I show up with a smile, like life is somehow easier for me, right? Like life is an asshole to everyone. All of us. It's hard. But certain people, like myself, choose not to let it affect me long term. You know? I still lose my temper. I get angry. I try not to, but as you get older. But, you know, I'm not going to show up at the party or whatever, bitching about all my whatever happened that day. Because it's pointless. Nobody there is going to be able to fix it. So let it fucking go. And I don't understand people that say, I'm having a bad day. Really? The whole day? Nothing good happened all day? You know? You didn't get a parking spot. Now the whole day is fucking ruined. You're an idiot. So you can't let a small event dictate how you're going to act for the rest of the day, the week, the year. You know? Because life takes a poop on everybody's head. Some people are just willing or not willing to allow it to ruin their life and their mood. I want to make something special. A podcast that reminds you daily is okay to be happy. You know, pause right there, but I say that to people when I volunteer. I go down to the hospital and deal with people that are newly injured, new stroke victims or whatever. A lot of people with a lot of stuff and a lot of spinal cord injuries because it's hard. But I tell people that it's okay to be happy. Like, you don't have to be sad because everybody in the world expects you to be sad, right? Like you go through a traumatic event like that, like being paralyzed, losing a limb. Of course, there's going to be a lot of depression, but you can't be depressed 24/7. Like you have to allow yourself to laugh, tell some jokes, whatever it is. I don't know. I have that ability. I guess maybe not everybody does, but I don't give a shit what the situation is. Like I can always find a reason to laugh, no matter how messed up it is, man. Like I don't even care if I'm facing like certain death. I'm pretty sure I would make a joke. And I had people after I got paralyzed. I had a lady literally ask me, like, "Why aren't you miserable?" Seriously, because she did not think that I should be happy. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, and I'll never forget it. Why aren't you miserable? My bad. Sorry, I'm not depressed enough for you, random fucking lady. Stupid. And that's on her, man. I mean, she looked at me, and inside, she knew that she wouldn't be able to deal with it. She's weak-minded. I'm not. I have a strong mind. So I overcome shit. It doesn't mean I don't get angry. It doesn't mean I don't get depressed. It doesn't mean any of that shit. Of course I do. Everybody does. But you can't allow it to never stop. And, being in pain, not being able to transfer into my car, that's tough shit to deal with, but you got to find a way. Overcome it. So my little my paragraph here. So it's okay to be happy. It's okay to let go of the past, no matter how difficult it is. Everybody's got crap in their past that sucks. Maybe your mama didn't hug you enough. Your daddy dipped out. I don't know. A girlfriend cheated on you. I mean, it happens to everyone. Everybody's got some bullshit. Some people choose to move on. Whatever. And other people latch onto it like a crutch. I can't get a good job because my dad left when I was 4. No, you can't get a good job because you're a fucking lazy asshole that makes excuses for stuff. Your dad leaving at 4. It sucks. It happens. But you got to overcome that. And myself, I don't really allow like outside things like that affect my life. At least I don't think so. But where I struggle is I pretty hard on myself on mistakes that I've made in the past. And I always say, like, let them go. But the reason I say that is because I need to hear it as well. I carry the anchors of bullshit around. And I shouldn't. I have to be very wary of that fact. And I see a lot of other people that do too. You get into this mindset and you punish yourself and feel like that you can't be happy, you can't be positive because of fucking whatever happened. Like, deal with it, accept it, move the fuck on. And that's a skill. It's something you got to practice. Just like yesterday, we talked about playing basketball or blah, blah, blah. Right? You got to practice it. Talking to girls, you got to practice it if you want it to be good. And you got to practice allowing yourself to let go of bad decisions and move on. Drop the anchor, And it's how you have a better life. If you don't ever learn that, then you're just going to keep dragging the same shit around forever. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, right?
So that's your notebook there?
Nothing gets past you, big guy.
Do you get a dream journal too?
No.
Oh.
So, and that's what I said. Move on. Stop torturing yourself for past decisions. I've made thousands of crap decisions. It has been incredibly hard, but I persevere because that is my only option. It's very true. There's 2 options. Drag it around and be miserable. Let the fuck go. And be positive. Have a smile on your face. I mean, there's really only one choice to make there, right? Drop the anchors. All of them. You don't owe anybody shit. You don't owe people. You don't owe people anything. Just because they think that you should be miserable doesn't mean you should be. Let them live in that world. Move on from them. Most importantly, fall in love with yourself again. That's a good quote. You know, if you can't love yourself, how's somebody else gonna love you? And again, we all struggle. You know, I struggle as well.
Not me, dude. I was looking in the mirror this morning. I was like, it's a fucking beast right there. It's a sturdy bull.
Yeah, delusional. That's also
Got my
a
good
problem.
shirt on for today.
Surprised you're still alive. You want me to get you a razor blade? I mean, you can just take care of it now. Just use the bucket. I don't want you to get blood on my carpet. I want to get my deposit back. What up? FknBucky back from the pause. Got some more knowledge. Got some more shit we're going to throw at you. Some of this stuff, you may want to rewind it and listen to it twice. That's how good it is. That's what we do. Got Hayden over here to the left still. I haven't murdered him yet. I feel like I should get a medal for that, by the way. Because it's certainly not like I haven't thought about it.
Yeah.
Many different ways.
How would you do it?
I think I would just walk up to you and shoot you in the fucking forehead and be done.
Well, you'd roll over.
And then maybe I'd go get some cheese sticks.
That
I like.
That would be a pretty badass murder story.
Yeah, just don't bleed on my carpet. So, a couple of things here. I think Kobe Bryant is one of the best role models ever, for many different reasons, and I've vocalized that. But I just saw a video of him yesterday, as a matter of fact. And I didn't know this, but he was in a summer league when he was like 10, 11 years old. And he did not score a point in the entire season. The whole season, he didn't score a point. And he was really down about it. But he said that his dad came up to him, embraced him, and was like, look, I don't care if he scores 0 points or 100 points. He's like, I'm still going to love you. I love you just the same. And he had mentioned that gave him a real boost of confidence and allowed him to let go of the negative, right? And just move on. And instead of dragging around this, I didn't score a point all last year, right? Because if you're holding on to that, you're not going to be able to grow because that's holding you back. So instead, he let that shit go, forgot about it, and he went home and he made a contract with himself in a sense. And he went back he decided to learn the fundamentals of basketball, where your feet should be, where your hands should be when you shoot, blah, blah. And, he went back the next year. He wasn't the best player, but he was in there, and he scored some points. And then he went home again, same thing, worked on all this stuff, the fundamentals of basketball. And the next year after that, he scored the most points out of everybody in the league. So, there's a grind, man. When you see people do things that are good and remarkable, all you're seeing is the byproduct of the grind. And that shit didn't happen by accident, and it didn't happen overnight. Kobe Bryant was the hardest working basketball player ever. Might have been the hardest working human ever at his craft. And, he wanted to be the best. And the only way to get there was to outwork everybody else. And that's why he was successful. So, if you want to make more money, you want to be more successful, you want to have a better anything, you got to work at it, man. You got to grind it. And a lot of people just aren't mentally strong enough to do that. They quit the first sign, first little bit when it gets hard, they quit. I can't do it. Or if they don't get it right the first time, they quit. The reason people, and this ties in with another thing that I wrote down. I can bring it all in together. Movie Armageddon. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Great fucking movie. Great movie.
Classic.
So, and at the end, Ben Affleck is, he was supposed to be the one that had to stay back and hit the button. But instead, Bruce Willis, or Harry, as this character was in the movie, did it. And, but there's a line after that. And it says, everybody's wondering if it's going to happen. He dropped the fucking thing, whatever. So they're all like, what are we going to do? But the deal is that Ben Affleck said, don't worry about it. Harry will get it done. Harry doesn't know how to fail. Right? Powerful. He's going to get that shit done because he doesn't know how to fail. But what that means is that's a guy that has failed a bazillion times in his life, right? Things didn't go his way. He messed up. But what he didn't do was quit. He didn't stop there. It's not the final act that makes you the hero. It's just the person that you are that allows you to do that act. And you have to be that person every day. It just doesn't happen like out of the blue. So when you see somebody that's successful, that's a person that's probably failed 100 times more than you. But you know what? They're not a pansy and not scared of failure. They enjoy it. Because every time you fail, that's one step closer you are to being successful. You just learn something. You learn that it didn't work this way, so now you got to try it this way. Fail again, guess what? Now you know 2 things that aren't going to work. Let's go this way. Sooner or later, you got to get it right. As long as you just keep going. It's the people that quit. Those are the losers. And I'm sorry. I mean, loser is kind of a mean word, but, you earned it. You quit. I'm never going to quit. Ever. I will never quit. Chasing around 19-year-old women. What? Yeah, that got awkward. Just making sure you're listening. Ow! Let's get it. Harry doesn't know how to fail. You know why? Because fucking Harry's a badass man.
Careful, dude. You're going to break another fucking finger.
Well, only on your head. But it's the same message everybody tells you. And then, as a parent, you want to protect your kids, right? But the problem is that you overdo it. You got to let the little bastards fail. You got to let them fall. And then, give them the hope, give them the confidence to get back up. But don't do it for them, Kobe Bryant's dad could have easily told him, "Oh, it's not your fault. The refs were mean to you. The other team was cheating. That's why you didn't score any points. They were all over you. They traveled. Blah, blah." Nope, he didn't do that. He said, "I still love you no matter what, but you know what? You want to play basketball? You better fucking get better yourself, because that's how it works." That's a good way of going about it. I see a lot of parents that try to protect their kids from everything. Well, when you stop them from failing or make excuses for them, you just stop them from learning the lesson. So they didn't learn shit. All they did was learn how to make an excuse for their failure. And then you got the guy over here that failed, knows he failed, tries again, fails. He already knows what we say. The 2 things that failed, keeps going. But when you shield kids from failure, now they don't know how to deal with it. And
yeah, dude, that's very true. People, instead of learning from their failures, they try to find an excuse for it.
Of course. That's because they were taught that. They were taught that by whoever's in their life. And it comes from a good place. I get it. You want your kids to be happy. Everybody does. But you know what? Being happy is also understanding how to suck. It's how people get better, man. You look at all these people that are successful in the world, and it didn't happen overnight. And it didn't happen by chance. They earned it. And, maybe not everybody earned it. Maybe there's an exception to the rule. But you know what? 99.9% of those people, they all earned it. And those people that are successful, you can take all their money away. You know what? A year later, they're going to be successful again because they know how to do it. They already know how not to give up. They've already done it. That's why people that win the lottery, they blow all their money, and they can't get it back, right? Because they never learned how to be successful. They just got lucky and won the lottery. So they didn't improve as a person. They didn't learn the skills they need to learn to be successful. And once that money's gone, it's gone. It's all about the journey. The destination is great, but man, it's the journey. I could do more, I'd love to be a bazillionaire, but you know what? I'm not there yet because I haven't figured it out. I keep trying every single day. I'm not going to stop trying. But that, on the other side of that, is I've also... Money is not my complete motivating factor. I mean, the way I feel like I'm successful in this life is having as many friends as I can and also helping others achieve bigger things. Like, I love that. I love helping people, and when it's my time and I'm at the pearly gates, man, it's not going to be just me. I'm going to have a fucking army with me. All the people that I've helped along the way. And then that person helps other people. And clearly, if we thought about other people more often during our life, the world would become a better place overnight. But we don't. People just me. Sucks. We got a president with dementia, but it won't step aside because it's me. It feels like that. I mean, it's his ego. The dude can't remember shit.
True.
And I don't get it. Like, there's nobody around him that's like, dude, retire, go live in an old folks home or whatever. But I mean, if you don't remember, it's just crazy to me. And then people that make excuses for it, it's wild. And I'm not trying to bring this up as a political thing. I'm just using it as.
Well, look at Kanye, right? Kanye.
Yeah. Look, I like. Look, Kanye is kind of an ass, but also there's other stuff that he says that is real eye opener.
About the Jews?
No. All he said was there's a lot of Jews in Hollywood, and I do believe there is, but I don't know. But he said something once, where he said people asked him what he thought of himself or whatever, and he said, "I'm a god. I'm a god. I'm a god." And people around him were like, "Oh my! You can't say that. What are you, crazy? You can't say that." And he said, "Well, that's your opinion." He called himself a god. Why not? Why not have a positive thing about you, Yeah. And people lose their shit over it. You can't say that. But if he had said he was a loser, I mean, he could have said anything else, people would have accepted it. But
I'm trash.
Try to feel positive about yourself. Nope. Now you got to go.
Calling yourself a god is pretty wild, though. That's like top tier. That's like the most wild thing you could probably say.
Yeah, no, I agree. But when he broke it down and said it the other way, I was like, the guy's got a point.
You think Kanye's God?
No.
Or a god?
Maybe in his mind. I'm fine with it. Let him be a god if he wants to be. Who am I to judge?
He has church services and shit like that,
I mean, who knows? I can't judge the guy. It's not my job to judge him.
Yeah.
So, and I think the other thing with Kanye, too, is that, he just speaks his mind, and it rubs people the wrong way sometimes. Bummer,
Bummer, dude.
I mean, nobody should be anti-Semitic, and we saw that, but on the other side is all these people went insane, right, on Kanye. What was that, a few years ago?
They froze his bank account.
He's got to be canceled. He's got to this. He's got to that. But boy, they were sure ready to jump all over Kanye. The moment he came out with that "Make America Great" hat on, his days were numbered.
It's true. As soon as he put the red hat on.
Of course. I mean, heaven forbid somebody think for themselves,
Dude, I don't know about this oyster buffet, though.
Shut up. It's not an oyster buffet. What the fuck are you even talking about?
That's what I thought we're going to. You said oyster buffet.
No, I didn't.
I can pull up the text.
Fucking house with a bunch of oysters.
So what's on the menu?
Oysters!
So it's an oyster buffet.
It's not a buffet, dude.
What does buffet mean then?
I can't teach you. Yeah, if you're too stupid to know, then you're too stupid to know.
Buffet's just a meal for everybody. So it'd be an oyster buffet.
All right, fine, you win. Call it an oyster buffet. Fuck off.
Can I say that when we get there?
Shut up. If you want everybody to think you're an idiot, you leave your fucking dumbass in the car.
Can you bring me a couple oysters?
Shut up. Yeah, it worked. He's quiet. Awesome.
Are you wearing that shirt to the oyster buffet?
I'll do whatever I fucking want to and shut up. I used to be cool.
Yeah.
I used to bang hot chicks.
What happened?
I don't know. Got old, fat. I hang out with stupid people. Like you. Alright, I'm done. That was my sign out. We'll have to think of a different one later.
What was the sign out?
Okay, I'm done. I have to spell it.
All right. See you, folks.